Give it a couple more minutes and we're going to start a live tour of Copper Top on Newberry Cove and Weiss Lake. It's windy out here today. The way this camera works, there's no way to zoom, but right over there is the Alabama Bell condominium across the lake. A little white dot. It's a lot closer in real life. So we're in the Newberry Cove area. You can see the lake's real choppy today. The wind's blowing right at me. Over there is County Road 22 and the bridge. There's a ramp over there. It's 12 o'clock. Let's go check out the Copper Top. We call her the Copper Top because of that copper roof. As you can see, the view this place has from the house. I'm walking the dock right now. All this wind's blowing a lot of debris and stuff up. When the water gets a little bit higher here in a couple of weeks, all that's gonna get pulled back out and it's clean itself up. Let's go check it out. Got a beautiful view from the back porch. In case y'all are wondering, the sun sets right there every day. The sunsets here are incredible. If y'all don't know me, I'm Clark Stewart, Lakefront Living Realty. Hey Josh, I see you there. We're about to go tour this house. This is 117 County Road 1043. I call it Copper Top. Probably the most unique house on the lake. This is technically a stilt house, even though we'll walk around, the stilts in this thing are only 3 or 4 feet tall. So this thing sits out of the floodplain, and they had permits and everything done to build it. The back half of this house actually started as a storage building, and they built onto it and added the rest of this house. The rest of this is stick built. But it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's got 2 bedrooms on the main level, and then there's a little crow's nest thing up top that used like a kid's room. So anyway, enough about my ugly mug. Let's go check it out. First, we got this great big old porch. I like the wrought iron railing they did. Big tall ceiling. This thing is windows. These windows actually were meant to go to a Taco Bell restaurant that was being built in Atlanta, and for whatever reason they never made it there, but they made it here. So these are industrial grade windows. I think they're at least double pane. I think they've got something else special to them too, but let's go check out the inside. This is the living room area, and these folks have basically moved out. They got a couple of things left to pick up. We got the TVs, we got these cool ceilings, big ceiling fan. This room's about, I'd say 17 by 17, maybe 20 by 20. But that's the view. I mean, every window in this place is looking at the lake. That's really cool. This area over here is extremely quiet. These are the only full-time residents on the street. Everybody else comes in occasionally on holidays. But you've got LVP floors. You've got tongue and groove walls here. Behind these walls are 3 inches of spray foam insulation, followed by, I believe it's foam board insulation on top of that, and then you have the tongue and groove walls. So this place is extremely efficient. You don't have to worry about the heat fluctuating much. It also has a mini split. This room actually has 2 mini splits, and these things are fantastic for controlling the temperature and everything. So anyway, this is the living room. Again, you can see how huge these windows are. I'm 6 feet tall. That's head high on me right there. So these are at least 7-foot windows, floor to ceiling. You see the view out there. And the only neighbors you got are a couple of camper lots. Again, the tongue and groove on the walls. And look at the ceiling. I mean, they did a lot in this house. Really cool place. This is the master bedroom. Got another mini split unit, head unit there. It's also got these ceiling fans here. These are pretty neat. I was playing with this a minute ago. But both those fans come on. It's got a remote control light. And you can adjust the temperature or the speed of the fan, but you can also get both these guys to spin like that. That's pretty cool. Got room for a king size bed and then some. Again, we go with the same flooring, wood wall throughout. Massive TV hanging there. They've got a walk-in closet. Check this bathroom out. This thing is crazy. Tile floors. We got the cool barnwood finish on the walls. You've got a humongous walk-in shower. I mean, this thing is massive. Tile work done on it. That's tile all the way up and around. You got that shower head. You've also got one rain shower right in the middle in the center. But this is a huge shower. This thing's probably about 5 feet by 3 feet or so. Big shower. So that's the master suite. And again, it's right off the living room. And going down the hallway right here is a half bath. And they carried that same theme throughout here. That's a nice little setup. And I have to get my breath up. We'll go up there in a minute. That's the 3rd bedroom. They got water heater access here. This house has actually 2 water heaters. But one's under there. You've got a full-size washer and dryer connection here. A little pantry thing. This is the entrance to the house that they use. This house has actually 3 or 4 exits in it. Out here you've got, there's another little tiny house kind of thing they built there and one there. When folks have a camper, it goes to the next place. This is the side porch. There's also a door right here to get in. We'll do a walk around outside in a minute. Coming back in. This is just a storage closet, coat closet. This area they used as a dining room. Right now it's just kind of storage because they're kind of in between going back to the house where they're from and staying here. Of course, it's got another mini split, big ceiling light, and it's got a little pass through to the kitchen. We'll hit that in just a second. This goes off the other side. It's another side porch. Again, it's got a great view out here too. That's the side yard. Coming in here, we've got the kitchen. Now this right here was originally a storage building. this room and back in there. And then what they did was they decided to expand, and they went and stick built all this. So it's pretty unique. You got some pantry storage here. That's not attached to anything. It could be moved over here. That's just a stand-up freezer. You've got the laminate countertop, sink, full-size stove, microwave, a lot of storage in here, all the way around. And of course, there's plenty of room to just add more storage if you wanted to. Got a little mini fridge there. I want that popcorn machine. They've got a little storage shelf right there, full-size fridge. And this is that other entrance that we were looking at a minute ago. So you can come in whichever way you want to come in. Now back here is a second bedroom. They're kind of using it as storage right now. This is maybe a 10 by 10 or something like that. It's not a huge room, but it's plenty big enough for like a full bed or something like that. Got a barn door. Got the tongue and groove again on the ceiling. This one also has a full bath. There's a storage up top. I've got the commode, sink, and a little walk-in shower. They've tiled around. So this will be good for everybody in the house has their own bathroom. And back in the kitchen, I'll be huffing and puffing, but we're gonna go upstairs and take a look at the crow's nest, or I call it a kid's room. It'd be perfect for that. Go up the steps. It's the only carpet in the house is up here. They got these cool little hook things for hanging clothes and stuff. That's the driveway coming in. And this room is probably 12 by 12. Cool thing about this room, they don't have any closets in here. But what they did do was built these storage drawers. And they actually go almost like an outrigger on a boat. But these things slide in. And so you've got storage. You got one there, 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 and there. But the views up here are pretty great. That's why we call it copper top. So this in the evening, the sun will come right there and set. For everybody wondering where this is, we're in Newberry Cove off County Road 22. That little white dot right there on my finger is the Alabama Belle Resort condos. And you probably can't see it from here through the trees, but County Road 22 bridge is right there, a ramp, and then John's Crossroads is right over there on the other side. You can see the wind's whipping today, but you can't hear it in here. But you got a nice view out all these windows. And again, another mini split. If I don't know, y'all don't know about mini splits, we're starting to see them a lot in new construction. The cool thing about them is the hole in the wall that you have to make for these, they don't require duct work. You have to put a hole about that big in the wall. You can see right here. That is the size of the hole that's going out the side of this house. So what that does is it eliminates the need for all the duct work and big vents and stuff like that. But another cool thing about those deals is they all have to be either on heat or cool at the same time. But other than that, you could have this unit up here running, say in the summertime, you could have that unit running 65 degrees if you wanted to, and downstairs you could be running 75 degrees as long as everybody's on air conditioning. so you can really dial in what your temperature preference is. Of course, I got a TV. It's not mounted yet, but big TV. That's looks like a 50 or 55 inch. Again, this is the only carpet in the whole place. It's in really good shape. They use this as like a game room for their grandkids and nephew. You got a fan there. And up top is semi-finished attic space. Of course, it's insulated. It needs sheetrock up there. And I'll risk it all for y'all and climb up this ladder. But I'm sure I'm probably over the weight limit, so y'all get to laugh if I collapse. This is the crow's nest. There's a window up top that looks out onto the lake. They got windows all the way around. And I'm chicken, I'm not going any higher up. But they use that as a storage, but you could finish it out. Another cool thing is this right here is a trap door. And when you get up here, this folds down over it and it makes a solid floor all the way across this thing. So if somebody wanted to come up here and set that telescope up or something, they wouldn't have to worry about falling down the stairs again, like I'm climbing down. All right. So anyway, we're going back down. We'll go outside and do a walk around. Yeah, Josh, you're right. There is deep water in the middle of that cove. It does get shallow back here, but again, it just gradually tapers out and gets deeper. Good place for kids to kayak, swim and stuff. You're not gonna get a lot of boat traffic right up against the dock. This is cement fiberboard, so you don't have to worry about this rotting or anything like that, or swelling or anything like that. Of course, you got the copper metal roof up there. Deck's in really good shape, handrails. Probably the coolest thing about this thing is because we're on a recreation lot in Alabama, on a rec lot, you cannot build in the flood easement. The flood easement on this place comes up to about midway up the lot, so right about here. So this is technically a stilt house, but you can see how high the stilts are. There's a stilt. So this qualifies as a stilt house, but it's built out of the flood easement. We got the approved plans for shoreline management and everything. This was the original structure that they had on the place. You can see where they added everything else onto it. Now what this is, used to be an entrance. What they did is they turned that into a utility room, and that's nothing but a water heater and some electrical panel. So that's the only reason you need to go in there. And because it's a stilt house in Alabama, you cannot have a septic system in the floodplain. So they had these 3 holding tanks here. And over there is the alarm system. So if these tanks would ever fill up, that alarm will go off. It's usually about 3 a.m. It sounds like a car alarm. It scares everybody in the neighborhood. They did not want to keep messing with that. So what they did was they purchased another lot in this community. And the rule is that if you want a septic system installed, you got to have an acre of land to get it done. And so what they did was they bought a lot across the street there. Of course, it's blurry because of my finger. We'll walk over there to it. They bought a 0.4 acre lot, so that gives them right at an acre total for this place. And this lot, I'm already out of the flood zone by a lot. It goes in front of my Jeep is where the flood line is. But they bought this lot. And the only reason they bought it was because they wanted to install a septic system out of the flood zone. And what they did, because I'm amazed they got permits and everything for this. But what they did is they have a septic system on this lot, and it is plumbed and pumps under the road back to those tanks. So you don't have to worry about pumping tanks any more than a normal septic system. All that gets, those tanks fill up, they pump up to here, which is the only one I've seen of those on the lake. So you've got basically a stilt house you don't have to worry about tank pumping on. You've got a stilt house you don't have to worry about flooding on. Of course, you don't have to worry about flooding on any stilt house. But where this telephone pole is right here, in that little brown building, this is the 0.4 acre lot. This lot is unrestricted. You can put whatever you want on it. See, folks have got a barn there, campers. You could even build on this lot. You could put a house on here if you wanted to. You could put storage shed, camper, mobile home, you name it. So there's a water meter there. There's actually a driveway off the back of this. But this lot, from that pole to that storage building over there, and basically where the grass gets really high right there, this is all yours too, and it comes included with the price of that place. And the community also has right here is a common area. Everybody uses that for storing trailers and campers and all that kind of stuff. So from where I'm standing right about where the septic tank is on this lot. Over there is the house. It pumps all the way to that house. It goes up the street and then down. So that's something I've never seen before. But they show I've got the permits and everything where it was approved, and so that makes Copper Top one of the most unique houses on the lake. I'm gonna walk back. This is about 150 yards from the back door to that lot, if anybody's wondering. Would be a good place to put in extra campers, and you could rent those out and give them access to the boat ramp at this house if you wanted to. So that would be another income source. The campers around here are renting from anywhere from 79 to 85 bucks a night, usually, just for a camper. Airbnb, VRBO. But this whole neighborhood, they're the only full-time residents here. The folks right there, right on across the property line, they've been here, they said, twice in the last 2 years. And all these other houses, folks come in on holidays usually. So it's extremely quiet over here. If anybody's got questions, shoot them to me. I'll answer them right now. There's the back view. Nice thing about this is a flat lot, so the only slope to it at all is off the back porch down there to the dock, and it's a very gradual, easy slope. We got boat storage here. Closer to the lake, I want to show you just how high these stilts are on this stilt house. It's kind of funny. Most of these stilt houses, like those there, are considered short stilt houses. They just built them high enough to clear the easement, basically. But most people build those things 12 feet off the ground or so they can get a camper or cars or stuff under it. Hey Lisa, this one is $349 for this place. And here's the stilts. You see here, these things go 3 or 4 feet in the ground. Again, I'm 6 feet tall. This is the tallest stilt here. Me standing beside it. It's hitting me right at the top of my stomach. So, very, very small stilt house. You can see those massive windows. And this is your private boat ramp. Nobody else has access to it. It's got concrete seawalls. This needs weed eating, but they had playground sand down here last year. Up there is a bird nest we need to get down with that light right there. They use that to guide themselves home at night. They turn that on before they take the boat out. You can see it all the way around that bend out there, all the way over at the Alabama Bell condos. Can't get lost coming home. That thing is super bright. Stepping out on the dock again. Summertime, we're still a little bit low. We're about, last I checked a couple days ago, we're still about a foot down. So the water here in the summertime is 3 feet, and it gradually just gets to deep water out there in the middle. So it's perfect for jet skis or bass boat or pontoon. But you can see how shallow it is right now. The mud's getting churned up. You can probably see it there to my sunglasses. I've tried this before. But there you go. You see it's been polarized. Or it's churning the mud up. Should have this on all the time. That's what I'm seeing through my sunglasses. So it makes a difference. Nearest boat ramp is right over there. See that right to that's 22 bridge, County 22 bridge. There's the boat ramp on the other side, public ramp. So that's about a mile and a half from here. This is Spring Creek, where we're at. They call it Newberry because the Newberries owned all this land at one time. You can hardly hear because all this wind. So the water's still a little bit low. When you get a real windy day like we had today, you'll get stuff like this and float up. That'll all be gone in about 3 weeks when they start pulling the water like they normally do in the summertime, really generating electricity. Now all that's going to get taken away. So here's the back porch. Again, you've got a great sitting area there. The sunset's right there. If you look at the listing, you can see the photos taken off this porch. There's Weiss internet, TV. Verizon works really good. I'm actually using Verizon right now to stream this. This unit has 2 of the installs those. He swears by them. And if you're wondering, the property line is right here. This is the line. That building right there goes with this house. So it's basically follows the telephone poles up the road there. And it goes down right there. I think there's a stop down there if I'm not mistaken. This is Hardyport side. Wind blowing. If y'all see that bird way up there, it's just not even flapping. He's just barely moving because the wind's blowing so hard. Hardyboard's this is cement fiber siding. This stuff does not warp, does not rot. Extremely low maintenance. So this thing is perfect for an Airbnb. You've got the LVP floors. You've got septic system. You don't have to pump any more than a regular house. We're talking, 5 years or so, depending on how often it's used. And you've got 3 bedrooms, 2 and a half baths. At least I'm gonna run right through it again. Since you came on late, let you get a look. Up top there is the attic, little crow's nest. That's the 3rd bedroom right there. Those windows. I didn't go up in the very tip top. Again, tongue and groove floor, walls, and we got LVP floors. Got a dining area right here. These folks are in the process of moving out, so everything's kind of where it lands. Large kitchen, plenty of room to add more cabinetry. And we've got full-size electric stove, and full-size fridge. That goes back out to the porch we were just on. This is a second bedroom. This be like you could get a queen in here. It's got barn doors. Another barn door for the restroom. Got full-size commode, storage, a sink, and a stand-up shower. It's got some tile work done in there. And behind this, that's an access to a breaker box that was the original of the house, the storage part of the barn deal. But on the other side of that wall is where the hot water heater and another electrical panel and stuff is. You can only get to it from the outside of the house. That was an original, they closed that off. That's a stand-up freezer. These cabinets are freestanding. They can put them wherever you want to. Another head unit. This is the coolest part of the whole house. Up there goes to the, I call it the crow's nest. Another half bath. So you've actually got all the bathrooms on the main level. This one would basically go for putting the kids up top with a TV and an Xbox. But this is what you're paying for. This is the view. Massive windows. Of course, there's more up there too. You got corrugated sheet metal ceilings, pretty cool. Big fan, TV. It's a big area. It's probably 18 by 18, if I had to guess. But this door opens out to the back deck. These are French doors, so you can open this up, and today you get a heck of a breeze through this place. Porch. This thing needs a swing on it somewhere, a glider. This is one of the best views on the lake. It's hard to find something that's got wide open. You're right, awesome view, Lisa. It's hard to find something that's got a wide open view like this. I mean, that's a mile at least across to the Alabama Bell condo. The tiny white dots, closer when you look at it, what I'm seeing. That's at least a mile view away. Now, I was told that 4th of July weekend, everybody shoots fireworks off out here. And they sit on their deck, and they said a guy, I think of this cove right here, they said he's got to spend $10,000 worth of fireworks every year. It is a show that rivals Disney that he puts out. And last July, on that bank over there, it was the last remaining member of Leonard Skinner. I think he just passed away last month. But he and some other guys came over, and they put a free concert on one of those empty lots. They had a sound system and the whole thing, and it's free to anybody who wanted to come. So everybody would come in on their pontoon boats and stuff and anchor off. And they played classic rock. Last things like July, it was 4th of July, I think like July 7th, maybe, I can't remember. But I had a big turnout for that, and I don't know if they're going to do that again this year or not. But from where these folks sit, they just sat on this deck and listened to that free show. They didn't even have to go over there. Back in the big living room. I'm gonna hit the high notes again. This is the master bedroom. Got the mini split. Got the fans. It's a nice closet. big TV, same LVP floors throughout this house except for upstairs. Again, the tongue and groove paneling. This bathroom just blows my mind. Tile floors. Look at that bath, look at that shower. It's humongous. I'm gonna step in it. And I'm size 12 feet, 6 feet tall. You got a shower head there, you got a seat. Above your head right there is another rainfall shower. This is built-in tile for all your stuff. Another full-size commode. Dual vanity, which is a nice touch. And one more time we'll run upstairs. Again, we call this the crow's nest. All the kids seem to fight over this room. It's the only room in the house with carpet. Of course, carpet's in great shape. But you got these windows all throughout up here. And they all open. So you can imagine the breeze that comes through this thing when our windows are open. And that's what we call it, copper top. Because that sink roof. Again, corrugated metal ceiling. They did something cool. They didn't put a closet in up here. They got a mini split here too, and a TV to mount on the wall. What they did was they built these drawers. Extremely heavy, deep drawers. These things are at least 12 inches deep and probably 3 feet or so wide, or deep in the front to back. They got 4 of those in here, so there's plenty of room to put clothes and bedding and all that kind of stuff. But this room is probably 10 by 10. Definitely good size. Then upstairs that thing is attic storage. It's got windows all the way around it. You could finish that out and have a really cool place to see that same view. So it's a neat joint. This is copper top. There's a link in the description that takes you to Zillow. You can check it out. We've got all these photos in there. And $349.9. It's about 1,800 square feet. And 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. And most everything stays furniture-wise. So I know that all the TVs we saw, they stay with the place. This is copper top. Check out that view one more time before we sound off. But if you got any more questions, feel free to reach out. Give me a call, send me a message. And I appreciate it. Y'all have a great weekend.